Welcome back, House of the Dead Overkill. Now no more typing of the dead. It's long stretch from here.
Oh, guys, this thing's rated triple X. Sorry, Benji, you gotta set this one out, champ.
Oh,
Further proof that I am not fit to be a parent. I've got my 1-year-old son in a fucking House of the Dead OP.
hello, Mr. U.S. government. I would like to report a crime. There is a baby watching very scary video games right now. Please send your best men.
Send your best men.
We're taking a ride on the Scream train, baby.
Why would you keep this crappy gun, dude? Like, max out the pistol. Get the shotgun.
Well, I'm trying to make the machine gun better. I normally whenever I play shooters, I always go for the machine gun because I'm better at like just shooting out a whole bunch of ammo at once. And then with shotgun, it's like you only get like 3 shots, and then you take a long time to reload. Like that's the thing about the shotgun. Like the shotgun takes a long time to reload.
That was a pretty lengthy excuse for wanting to polish a turd.
I will probably, in most games like this, the first thing I do is max out your basic weapon. Just because I think, it's the one that's the one you're going to be using for the longest time. Because some of those guns take a lot of money to unlock. So I'm like, I'll just max out my pistol in the meantime. Because you can pretty much get through most of the game. If you have a maxed out pistol, you're pretty golden actually. For a lot of the game.
Yeah, I like having 2 guns because you can only hold 2 guns at once. So I like having like the 2 guns you can like switch between them whenever you feel like. So it's like instead of reloading your gun, you can like switch to the next gun, shoot for a little bit, and then when you go back to your gun, it will already be reloaded.
Yeah. Plus, you should always maximize your last resort. That's like just basic.
And now we get some backstory for Isaac Washington.
Is it technically a Mexican standoff if one of the people doesn't have a gun pointed at them right now?
Well, I think it only class as a Mexican standoff if everyone has a gun and if everyone's pointing at somebody. The fact that Papa Caesar doesn't have a gun, I think would not make this technically a Mexican standoff.
It just makes it.
I consider this more of a hate triangle.
This is my octagon of shame.
Stefan,
I mean, it's
that is beautiful. You have to make that.
It's like a love triangle, but instead of everyone loving each other for different reasons, they're hating each other for different reasons.
You have to make that the title of this part. Hate triangle is beautiful. I was like, I get why the fact that for this story to continue, I get it, but like, why does no one shoot this, kill him now? They don't want to kill him when he gets on the train and starts to move it. Just put a bullet in his brain. Like, what are they doing?
Technically, G doesn't want to kill him.
Well, yeah, but you think Isaac Washington or Viola would just shoot him?
Bullshit, Stefan.
Yeah.
This is a House of the Dead game. Everyone wants everyone dead. Don't even play.
Like,
No, but
why don't they
that's the
fight
reason
it?
why they didn't shoot him, because G's like, no, don't kill him.
It's kind of a
They bet-
shitty House of Dead if not everyone's gonna die.
I think my favorite thing about this is that despite how what Varla does in this game, technically she does nothing plot related in this whole story.
Well, no, the one thing plot related she really does is it after the second level where she turns up with the motorcycle to take him to the next level.
Yeah.
That is kind
That's
of again, at this point, at the time of this recording, I am up to this point in the game. I have cleared this level. I'm gonna finish it before we finish the game. But at this point, aside from turning up and making Isaac sit in the Robin seat, as it's forever shall now be named, she doesn't really do much plot-wise.
Holy motherfucker, Batman!
All right, Stefan. I need to set up a situation here. Okay. So you just said that. What was the female character's name again?
Varla
Varla
Guns.
Guns.
Varla. Would you define her as a good character? Yes or no? Just keep it simple.
There's no simple with this game.
Because I'm trying to get there. Because you just said the DLC is mostly her having fun with that one candy chick, and I was trying to see, does the DLC, which helps the game technically pass the Bechdel test, make House of the Dead Overkill a good game because it passes the Bechdel test with bad characters?
Well, see, it's weird because the DLC is them because both those characters. So they're referencing. You missed the MBM in the first level. the two main characters, kill Vala's mutated brother, who is the boyfriend of not Harley Quinn, and a lot of their dialogue is either talking about the brother, the dead brother, or talking about Papa Caesar.
Oh, so they're still talking about dudes.
Yeah, so I'd played the whole thing. So Stefan, does typing out the dead pass the Bechdel test?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because those are the only two female characters, and Candy is only in Typing of the Dead. So.
I think.
Or I should say extended cut. I should say.
I would say something like this kind of extends to every character in the game, not just Vala. Like I wouldn't. You wouldn't call any of these characters good. They're all one notes, but they're entertaining as fuck one note characters.
And that's the point. The point is that they are one note. Like the game didn't go out of its way to make Varla, or like if they didn't go out of their way to make her a three-dimensional, interesting character. They're like, no, she's
aside from her cleavage, is entirely three-dimensional.
She's eye candy. Like in a Grindhouse movie, that's all. She would just be eye candy. Yeah. Which is oddly which is one of the things that's so good about Planet Terror is that the female characters actually do something in it.
Well, yeah, they fucking kill all the zombies with their machine gun leg.
Hell yes.
I love Grindhouse. Did you get to see Grindhouse in the theater, dude?
Sadly, no. That was I was too young.
Dude, I miss intermissions. They are the greatest fucking things in the world. I love them.
You say that. Well, I did watch I watched the extended cut of Hateful Eight when it first came out in theaters, and that had an intermission.
Nice.
So I did experience that.
I think some movies, like Batman v Superman, need an intermission because they're too long and too boring.
Also to evacuate your bowels.
Yes.
This train is just covered in pea soup.
Is the train late?
No, the train's just smelly.
Oh yeah, this is the level where they fight Cloverfield.
Dude, I was gonna make that joke when the first kind of leg came down, but yeah, it's very reminiscent of Cloverfield, and I forget what came first. Cloverfield came first.
Cloverfield came first.
Wow.
I know, buddy. I'm sorry, but Cloverfield is not a good movie. We've been over this. I'm gonna raise you right.
It's like I said in the commentary. Every monster that has come out since Cloverfield just takes that monster design.
Every American monster. Let's not
true.
Wrap everyone in. But yes, a lot of American monsters look like the crappy one from Super 8, or even some of the bigger monsters like in Force Awakens, like the Han Solos transporting around.
Yeah. Or the Mutos in Godzilla.
What was wait. Yeah. What about the monsters in that new one? The one with like the linguist chick and they're all tentacles and shit?
Well, the Rival.
Contact?
The Rival.
Arrival. Oh, that was it. Arrival.
I've heard it's great. I've heard that movie's great, but I haven't had
Arrival's amazing. But yeah, Arrivals goes for a very different design. Like they're very squid-like.
Which I think I haven't seen the movie, but based on the description makes them sound more like the monsters in Monsters. Gareth Edwards' first movie, the director of the second them. Oh my god, this is Cloverfield.
It literally is.
That is Cloverfield mixed with Cronenberg's Fly.
Yes.
That is really what that monster is. But yeah.
Oh, I got more of a Mantis vibe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of monsters, and just because we've already brought up Godzilla, I cannot wait to see what the new looks for King Ghidorah looks like, because he was always my favorite kaiju. So I can't fucking wait to see Ghidorah on the big screen.
Dude, I'm happy they're already referencing Mothra. I'm happy. We're good.
Yeah, well, dude, in the next one, I think it comes out in 2019, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah are gonna be in it.
Rodan, that's the other one I was thinking.
Why do I have to wait years for movies?
I know, buddy. Benji, we've been over this. Rodan is nobody's favorite kaiju. I'm sorry.
Because movies take a long time to make.
But why do they take so long to make if most of them are bad anyways?
Well, Stefan, I will say it is weird though that there will be like a 5-year gap between Godzilla and the next one, but there'll only be a 1-year gap between.
Well, that was because Gareth Edwards dropped out of directing Godzilla 2, like, kind of last minute before the initial... It was supposed to come out, like, 2018. And then Gareth Edwards dropped out, so they were like, shit, we need someone. So they had to push it back a year, and then they found Mike Dougherty.
Well, it's weird because they finished production has finished, and I know it's going to be a big CG heavy movie, but to me it's kind of crazy that it's going to take over a year for post production.
A lot of like those kind of like big CG movies, they take a long time. Well, post production and also reshoots.
I wonder how much reshoots they'll do. Although apparently this one will have, and even though I know champions, I'm sorry, buddy. I know we're talking about Godzilla in House of the Dead LP, and it makes no sense. It's not what the people came here for. But we have to mention
But we're
this.
fighting a giant monster. It
Exactly.
makes perfect sense.
I know. Even though James Rolfe incorrectly said Godzilla 2014 had no rubber suits, which it did. I know, Ben. I'm sorry. I'm contradicting AVGM. He was wrong, my boy. I'm sorry. Apparently, Godzilla 2 is going to have a lot more actual men in suits.
Some inside look of the Spriggs household. The AVGN is basically the Barney to this kid. So,
You know, and you have no idea how many times me and Kerry will be watching the AVGN in the living room, and Ben would be in his little playpen, just like dancing along to the theme song.
yep.
I really should not be a father.
Well, Mr. Government, I have more to tell you.
Everyone tweet at police.
At police, there's a baby.
fri-
Oh God,
my-
the upbringing.
My favorite thing is that there is. Oh, it's okay, buddy.
Well,
I'm gonna mute my mic for a second, boys. You guys talk about something.
Oh boy. We're gonna fight God. We're gonna fight not Cloverfield Zilla right now.
I still think it looks more like a mantis. Like, it just reminds me of those drive-in movie monsters.
No, it does look like. It looks like, yeah, a giant. I'm trying to think. Is there a name of a giant praying mantis villain?
If there is, it's gonna be
Monster.
one of those generic black and white ones that it doesn't fucking matter because it's just a mantis that got enlarged with a science ray.
There was
For-
there was an episode of the Real Ghostbusters where they have to where there was a giant praying mantis and they sick the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man on him.
Nice. Dude, there was one episode of the Ghostbusters cartoon that fucked me up as a kid. It was the one with, like, the boogeyman or whatever, where, like, he goes to kids and, like, tries to draw them out to the window or some shit, and then he takes their fucking face.
The first two seasons they were going for a slightly darker edge, and I will say that again, the first two seasons of Real Ghostbusters has pretty outstanding animation for a kids TV show, for like a tie-in kids TV show.
At the time.
I mean, at the time, it looks like a pretty. I would say Real Ghostbusters is kind of comparable to like anime at the time. It's very anime
True.
like esque, especially in the monster designs, and it's pretty fluid. I like it. It's pretty good. I will say, I take back what I said about my previous comment. This boss annoys me because as Stefan shows, for some reason, whenever the Mantis bug Cloverfield is on the left-hand side, I think it's harder to actually hit him. Like, I've been hit so many times when I'm shooting in that circle and nothing happens.
Yeah. I noticed that is that when you try to shoot at the circle on the left side, it doesn't actually hit. You have to like shoot beside the circle.
So what you're
for it to work.
So what you're saying is that this boss bugs you?
Very nice.
But other than that, this is probably the easiest boss. Like it took me
Yeah.
the fastest to beat.
Nice. Is it still road?
This part also-
Is it still roadkill if it's on train tracks?
It's track kill.
Yes.
This also reminds me, like this whole part reminds me of like a modern Resident Evil game.
Right? That's the vibe I've been
Like a
getting.
part- like-
Fuck yeah.
Like I think there's a level of Resident Evil 6, which is like basically this exactly.
It is. Holy shit. This is
What do you
basically
mean?
just Resident Evil 6 B-side. Like, yeah. The exact same character dynamics, the exact same story progression, same bullshit, same shitty plot twist. Still just as fun. Blowing my
Only
fucking
this
mind.
is done ironically.
Yeah, I would say, 'cause I haven't played Resident Evil 6, but from what I've read about it, it seems like this game is intentionally trying to be stupid, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
And also, House of the Dead was always kind of House of the Dead was like always stupid, and then just went crazy. Resident Evil started out stupid, then went really good and serious, and then it went back to
Well,
stupid.
no, because House of the Dead also has always tried to be Resident Evil, but off and almost camp. Like, it's almost Resident Evil camp, because you got...
I don't know, because I would say, like, when you play the original, like, all those cutscenes, they played straight. Like, House of the Dead, it's played straight, like the drama. I think Overkill was kind of the first game
But
to
they
play
bring
up
up...
the fact that it's stupid as shit, and they're kind of making fun of it.
But still all the same notes and shit, like bringing in all that fucking... like the supernatural stuff and the occult into it.
It is, but like it's in the previous House of the Dead games. It's played straight. It's meant to be like, this is dramatic, this is scary. Here it's just like, yeah, this is fucking dumb that we're now fighting a giant bug. Like, why?
Although I still say the original House of the Dead games mostly focused on like just the gameplay. It's like the stories were very like they didn't care about them. They were just used as a way to get from level to level.
I mean, I always
like
saw,
Resident Evil, yeah.
I mean, I always saw the cutscenes in those games as just a chance. I know, because you can always skip those, an option to give the player like a break for a second,
Yeah.
to like, and then if you don't care, because again, I have the most interaction with House of the Dead 2 and 4, and they always have like press action button to skip cutscene, and I would always just skip that shit because I never give a fuck about the stories in those games, because you didn't have Isaac Washington just punching someone going, "Sup, motherfucker." Didn't have that back then, and you should have done. Why didn't we have it, damn it? Why didn't we have it, damn it?
Because your
I want
childhood...
a remake of the I want to remake a House of the Dead 2 just with Isaac Washington's dialogue.
Fuck yes.
Just a voice mod.
Like actually,
Let's do it. We'll do a Sonic Movies remake of House of the Dead 2 with the overkill dialogue and cutscenes.
Coming in.
what would his name be? Movies. Movies.
Moo.
Okay, bye.